All right, I believe we're back. So today I'm going to be talking about just how you earn money on YouTube because I feel like a lot of people just think it's kind of black magic. I don't know. But it's a pretty simple process. There's a couple things you have to set up, but after that, it's pretty straightforward. YouTube does a lot of the work for you, which means that they are able to screw a lot of things up. But that's a story for another day, or maybe I'll get into it later. I don't know what'll happen, but so basically, first off, all you need is a Google AdSense account. And what a Google AdSense account does is it allows you to work with Google's ad providing and selling marketplace. So what happens is Google is in control of a lot of different websites. They're partnered with even more websites, and so they provide a platform in order for people to project their ads to a specific demographic or any specific um, group of people they're wishing to project ads to. So because Google is collecting a lot of big data, if you don't know what big data is, I did a video on that. You can go check that out. But they're constantly collecting data on individuals and grouping them into these groups of consumers so that ads can be projected out to those consumers that will actually benefit from seeing those ads. That might be something that they are interested in. So YouTube, obviously being owned by Google, is a part of this program, and so Google AdSense runs all of the payment process on YouTube. So the first thing you have to do is set up a Google AdSense account and link it to a bank account of sorts. I just have a pretty small bank account that my mom used to have for her art stuff. So um, and then once you have the AdSense account and you have a YouTube account, you can link the YouTube account to an AdSense account. And so in olden days, you used to have a certain amount of subscribers, and then YouTube would contact you asking if you wanted to become a YouTube partner. But now with the abilities, with how big YouTube is and the abilities of Google AdSense, they now offer this to anyone starting YouTube. So if you just go into your settings on your account and uh, link the account to an AdSense account, then you can begin earning money on your videos. Now, obviously, these videos have to be your videos. If they are somebody else's videos that you are reposting, YouTube is pretty decent, not the best, but it's pretty decent at picking up on those things, and so it will flag your video for copyright. And if you cannot prove that it is your material, then you can get a strike on your account. If you get too many strikes on your account, then you lose privileges or you can lose your account altogether. But assuming that you are providing your own content or possibly doing covers of someone else's content, like what I have done many times in the past, then it will then you can start accumulating money. And so the way that YouTube does this is that it actually let me see if I can get the YouTube page pulled up actually. Um, get this. I'll try and keep talking while I'm going here. But um, if if you have the account linked, then basically if you monetize videos and people start watching them, then YouTube will set up an auction for your ad space. Now, when you are a small channel, I would imagine that you are most likely going to be grouped together, and this is somewhat of an assumption, but I would assume that Google will group together your ad revenue, your ad space for selling out the for selling out your space to a brand that is trying to project its ad to your your audience. So okay, I'm trying to see if that will show up with the. Let me see if I can get this to go. It doesn't seem that the Google Chrome is agreeing with my window capturing software. So we'll go back to the paint window. But okay, I'll just have to explain it, and you can listen by ear. So basically, YouTube, on the analytics page of your YouTube channel, it provides you with a, let me see if I can draw this out. So you'll go on your analytics page and there'll be this number over here, and it'll be some number, and it will be an amount of money. And so what will happen is, as people watch your videos, if an ad is shown on the videos, then that will provide you a certain amount of money. But if people click on the ad, then that gives you an extra bonus. And so there's a bunch of different things going on in the background. It's an algorithm on how much money you get per click per milli, which means every 1,000 clicks. So currently on my YouTube page, if someone is watching an ad and they click on an ad, then I'm getting $24 per milli, which means if 1,000 people clicked on my ad, that would give me $24. Now, this is not me telling you to go click on the ad. That is illegal, and so I wouldn't want you to do that. This is just me describing how the actual system works. So when you have your analytics page open, it shows you this revenue, but there's a little asterisk next to it, which means this is the actual revenue that YouTube has generated. Now, this is not what you are actually receiving. I believe YouTube takes a significant cut of this. I'm not sure what that cut is exactly, but I think it's along the lines of 35%, which, if you think about how much income tax takes from your income every year, 35% is a big chunk. So it's pretty significant. But this is irrelevant once you start actually getting a subscriber base and getting a constant inflow of views. So this clicks per milli is what YouTube uses to kind of rate how much your ad space is worth. This isn't the actual amount of money you're getting every time, but it's kind of the average auction value you have when a ad space is presented to the marketplace, and then someone goes on and actually looks at someone goes on and actually buys that ad space. Now, I would imagine there isn't an actual person trying to buy that ad space. I would imagine there's some sort of macro or bot system for the different large corporations that are buying ads on YouTube. But it's a very quick process because even on the stream, I have a button that says play ad, and that basically opens up an auction. So in that split second where I click play ad and then that ad actually plays, although at the current time I don't, many people have told me ads don't actually show up, which means I'm not worth that much. I know that's probably pretty harsh on me, but it is what's going on. So if I click play ad, then an ad should show up theoretically, and that means that one of the systems immediately bought that ad space when I provided the time for it. So that's what happens with the ads. Now, YouTube used to be completely view based. So what does that mean? So when you have your video, and when someone watches your video, the little number down in the corner will go up. That's the amount of views, and that's what everybody used to rate YouTube videos on, was how many views they had. And a lot of people still do. They will look at how many views a YouTube video has, and that's a pretty significant thing. But the problem was that there's this when you just have a website, there's a thing called a bounce rate, and what that is that it's the rate at which someone comes onto your channel and then it comes onto your website and then immediately leaves. And so this is a problem because there are a lot of web searching bots that go around on the internet, and so they are spreading their little tendrils out into the expanse of the internet. And so what it does is it will get a keyword, it'll keep jumping from web page to web page, and then it'll hit your YouTube page. It will find a new keyword and move on. Well, does that count as a view? Well, that wasn't really a viewer, was it? It wasn't someone that would actually be able to go and buy that product that is being advertised. So that's not something that should be giving you more money, because then someone with a YouTube channel could set up a bot that constantly watched their videos and it would constantly up the views. Now, YouTube has put in algorithms in order to remove views that were faulty. But recently, and there has been a lot of talk about this, YouTube has shifted more towards a watch time and watch percentage based revenue system. So um, basically, what happens is that when you have a video, if you have a video that's 13 seconds long and a million people watch it, well, what's 13 times a million? That's 13 million seconds. But I don't really want to do the math. If anyone wants to do the math in the chat right there, you can, to find how many minutes that is. But so that's 13 seconds. But if you have something that is 5 minutes long, well, that's 300 seconds. Then that's 300 million seconds. It's what that's 30 times the length of the original one. So if the 3 minute video gets a million views, but then the 13-second video gets a million views, the 3 minute video is worth more because that's more ad space. And but YouTube has put a cap. It's not a cap. It's sort of a benchmark number. So the benchmark number is 10 minutes. If a video is over 10 minutes, then a user can go on and put ads in the middle of the video. And any video smaller than that, ads can appear in the middle of the video, but they are not usually organized by the user. Most of the ads are at the beginning and the end of the video, unless they're banner ads that pop up at the bottom. I know I see a lot of those. So, where am I getting at? So, if you have a video that's over 10 minutes, then it allows for you to be able to earn a significant amount more money than the smaller videos. And so a lot of people have been bashing people for taking advantage of this system. I know PewDiePie just recently released a video talking about quality versus quantity in terms of length of video. A lot of people, if you look and it's funny because if you do go look at a bunch of videos of like vloggers and gaming channels, they will be like 10 minutes and 4 seconds, or like 10 minutes and 15 seconds or something like that. And the reason that it's exactly 10 minutes usually, I mean, some are coincidental, but the reason that it's 10 seconds is because 10 minutes is because that allows for a little bit more revenue in the long run, because you can have those ads in the middle, maybe at some significant point in time, so then people keep watching afterwards. So, and like I said, retention is also important. So you want to have a long video, but you want a video that people will watch all the way through. And so that's one of the reasons that I tend to cut up my videos after the streams into smaller chewable sections, because a lot of times people will look at an hour-long video and say, I don't have an hour to watch that video, but maybe they have 4 separate 15-minute segments or sections, or 6 separate 10-minute periods of time where they could watch the entire stream, but in sections. So I tend to split that up. That isn't because I want more videos out so that I get more money, because like I said, more views doesn't really matter anymore. It's watch time. So this should add up to about the same amount of time, assuming people are watching all of the videos. But it also allows people to get right to what they're enjoying. And I think that's important, because some people don't necessarily want to hear about how to earn money on YouTube, but they may be interested about how to play ukulele. So they might just jump on the video for the ukulele section that I'll be talking about later. So what I'm getting at is that YouTube has made a big change. So they are now going off of watch time. And so this means that a lot of people are changing how they make videos. These short viral videos aren't necessarily the moneymakers anymore. You're starting to get people who are making quality content that are much like TV shows. And some people aren't liking that. Some people aren't liking that YouTube is making a push towards being television. Um, and I would agree with that. I think the fact that um, YouTube is kind of a free market television in a sense. It's not just tailored down. So I think that it's important that YouTube remembers what it is, but at the same time, um, keeping up this platform for ad revenue isn't a bad thing because it allows YouTube to improve itself. Now, whether or not it actually does improve itself is up to the developers, and I encourage you to constantly remind YouTube that it needs to constantly upgrade its system. I know the streaming platform is in beta, and there's a bunch of different things that are still in the works. So these things need to be constantly upgraded. So if you are bored, go mess around on the forums and tell some people that work needs to be done. But that's not too important for what we're talking about right now. So I want to shift the discussion a little bit towards what I actually do. So with and that a big topic with that is cover songs, and I have talked about this in the past, but I will talk about it in sort of a general light now. So with cover songs, YouTube doesn't necessarily have a option to say I'm going to record a cover song. This is going to be a cover song. What you do is you basically just post it and then YouTube flags it. And when it is a cover song, it doesn't flag it immediately as complete copyright, because obviously if you are performing a song, you're saying all the words, but it's not the exact same audio track. So then you don't have a claim that it's completely the original owner's property. It's it's somewhat the property of you because you've hopefully put your own twist on it, you've put your own style on it, and whatnot. So cover songs are not illegal. They are under the Creative Commons, I believe. So what that means is, as long as you are making it your own, and as long as you physically are performing all of it, then it isn't necessarily copyright. So what YouTube does is it allows for revenue sharing, and I'm not sure what the physical proportions of sharing the revenue is, but I know that this does actually allow people to successfully make covers and earn money from them on YouTube. Now, the one problem I have with this is when they flag a video for as being a cover, they reasonably enough immediately remove the monetization, and they give you an option to either continue not monetizing the video or set it up as a revenue share. And all the setting up is just clicking a checkbox saying I agree to give some of the money that I am earning from this video to the rightful owner of the song that I'm performing. And once that is done, then it's just in the hands of the viewers and the advertisers. So it's the same as having a video up, other than the fact that there is a slightly larger cut of the money being taken from the revenue you are generating. But at the same time, YouTube also does a couple things with that video that remove a couple privileges that you normally have with a video. So YouTube has set up this creator studio. If you go to your video manager page on YouTube, you can go down. There's a tab that says Create on the left, and you can click on that, and it will actually allow you to edit the videos that you already have uploaded. It will also allow you to audio swap if for some reason you have a video up that is copyright, and you can also go on there and check to see what the copyright laws are on a specific song if you were considering having it in a video just verbatim. Um, but so what I'd like to talk about is the video editor, because this is what I use a lot. I use this to cut up my videos because it's just easier for me to stream in HD immediately to YouTube, never have the video on my computer, and let YouTube process it, because it's a very fast, efficient system. But then once it's processed, I am able to take that video and cut it up into smaller videos for easier viewing, like I mentioned before. And what happens when a video gets flagged for copyright due to it being a cover is they remove your ability to edit it in the editor, which to me is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because one, they've set it up so you can audio swap, but then you can't. So you can't edit it so that the music that you are playing is removed, which doesn't make sense. There is ways that you can go in and audio swap, but that's a little bit more of a hassle as opposed to physically dropping it into a video editor and removing the audio. But at the same time, you can't even cut out that section and just post the rest of the video, because this became a problem for me when I performed a cover on a full hour stream. The cover was only about 2.5 minutes long, but the entire hour of the stream was still valid. And I mean, I was planning to revenue share the cover anyway, but at the same time, I'm not sure if they only revenue share that 2.5 minutes that was actually a song, or if it spreads out across the whole video, because the rest of the video was completely me. So I don't understand what the situation is, and I would like to get some feedback from YouTube on that, but it doesn't seem that they have any forums explaining that. If anyone knows about that, please link it to me in the comments. But at the same time, you can't even download the MP4 file. You can with any other video you've uploaded that hasn't been flagged for copyright. But if you have been flagged for copyright, you cannot download the video from YouTube, which means you can't go and put it in your own editor and then remove the copyrighted material yourself. So that seems really illogical to me, and I feel like it's something that needs to be rethought out by YouTube, but they may have some ulterior motives. I don't know what the stupid people that actually cause these fixes to be necessary, have done to require this, but I can only assume that someone has done something stupid and they had to enact this new system. But that's generally what happens with covers. So what I've been getting at is that they do offer a revenue sharing system. I wish there was a button somewhere that would say this video is going to be a cover, so immediately it can start revenue sharing, because there is a gray area where it won't necessarily provide you any of the revenue from your from previous views. Whether or not it remembers that other people have viewed and there was ads on it, I'm not sure. It may just not provide ads, and that would also be okay. It wouldn't be as okay as them remembering, but at the same time, we had a comment, and in the chat, it was saying that you can download it. It says, I think I know a way you could download and make it only the cover, but you'd lose the video portion and it'd be an MP3. Yes, I know there's actually applications online that will download YouTube videos. I don't know how legal they are, but a lot of people use that to illegally download music. But at the same time, YouTube has the capability to allow you to download your own videos And so I don't think it'd be that hard for them to allow me to download my video, put it into Windows Movie Maker, chop out the section I don't want, and put it back up. But I guess that's too much to ask. Um, but yeah, I've kind of forgotten where I was going. So I don't have too much more I want to talk about on revenue. I think I've done a pretty thorough explanation on this. If you have any questions before I move on to the next section, be sure to post those in the chat there. My stream that I'm viewing right now is not live, so I'm not sure if I'm how long I need to wait to see what the comments are, but I'll give it a couple more minutes here. But yeah, so I'll give a brief description. I want to be fully transparent with what I do on here. So currently, I am making about 30 cents a month, I believe. That seems to be pretty constant right now. Um, and I don't know if that is something that it's going to be 30 cents this week and this month, and the next month it'll be 60 cents, or if it'll just be 30 cents, 30 cents, 30 cents. And I don't know, but I'm having fun, so I plan to continue making videos like this. If you have any suggestions for videos in the future, I am very open to that. We actually had a suggestion for the ukulele, so that's why I'm describing it in the next section, and I'll link that if you want to see that later. And this is the cut up section, but I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, so I'm going to play a quick ad and we'll move on to the next section with the ukulele. So I'll be right back.